Hello, writers. I'm Lee Jessup Kerr, coach for emerging and professional screenwriters, as well as Business of Screenwriting professor with the David Lynch grad program for cinematic studies. We are in the middle of summer. A lot of writers have spent the beginning part of the year submitting to competitions, um, doing some work. Now it's summer, it's vacation, it's hot. People are going away, people are coming back. But we are at the midpoint of the year, so I think it's really important to stop and talk about what we're going to do to make the most of your screenwriting year still, because ultimately a year runs 11 or 12 months as far as productive months can go, and it's really important to have an understanding of what you're going to do next in order to make the most of this screenwriting year. Oftentimes we can go on vacation or have people coming into town or feel like we submitted to most of the places we want to submit it to by June and take a deep breath, and it takes a little time to regroup. So in order to avoid that, my favorite question in the world, what's your plan? We want to put a plan for the remainder of the year. Now, ultimately, it is true the industry slows down in the summer. If you checked out my interview with David Boxerbaum, I believe that we allude to that in there as well, or maybe we talked about it before we recorded. But the industry does slow down in the summer, but summer ends. Summer ends, pretty much after Labor Day, beginning of September. So you really have to figure out, what do you want to do with your year to make the most of it as we push through the back half of that year? There's still a lot of screenwriting competitions and labs that are open, that have deadlines that are coming up in the end of Q3, beginning of Q4. If you're looking to get material out there, and I do encourage you to get material out there, to be proactive about getting your material out there. If you're doing a query letter push, still this year, summer's a great time to spend a little time doing research on who are the managers or the producers that you want to reach out to put together your query letter language, to really look at any of the efforts, the submission efforts that you want to make with labs, with fellowships towards the beginning of the year, and really ask yourself, what do you want to have done by the end of this year so that you can get 2026 to be a successful writing year for you, right? We end the year on a note that we want to start the following year on and build up upon. So I encourage you to take time in the summer to really do some business administration, to organize your submissions, to make sure you logged all of your submissions from this past year to competitions, labs, fellowships. If you sent materials out to reps, to producers, you want to log that as well, to organize your contacts, to then do any research that you need to do that will give you the information that you need to make any additional pushes before the end of the year. The reason I talk about that is really the kind of sending time is from September until about the middle of November, because most people in the industry around the middle of November start checking out and really dealing with old business, closing off old business for that year before they really truly slow down for the holidays. So I encourage you to do all the research needed in order to make a push in September, October, November, whether it's writing queries or working on your pitch or deciding if you're going to Austin, how to make the most of that. And think what you want to accomplish creatively, what you want to get done still before the year is over that will push through November and December in order to set yourself up for success in 2026. Ultimately, as we know, screenwriting is a marathon, not a sprint. So I encourage you to really make a plan, really think ahead, and make the most of your time in a way that sets you up for success. All right, that's what I got for you today. If this is helpful, of course, subscribe for more. More will be coming, and hopefully we'll connect soon. Bye.